A pleasant day, everyone. It's Dr. Rudie here again, your online teacher, trainer, and friend. Welcome to another episode of Streamlined with Dr. Rudie, where we simplify knowledge and information to facilitate understanding and competency development. In today's episode, we look into the 4 C's in online learning and their applications to make learning more effective. Why do we need the 4 C's? These are defined as among the 21st century skills. These include collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. So in this episode, we will learn how teachers can incorporate the 4 C's into their lessons and class activities. Moreover, we will look into the students' right attitude to master the 4 C's for them to be successful. Please stay tuned and watch till the end, and like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell button so you will be updated when we have new videos in Streamline and in our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please ask your questions using the comment box and we'll get back to you. Promise. As a starter, let us remember that a strong focus on the 4 C's would be effective if both the teacher and the students collaborate to make the learning of the 4 C's successful. Secondly, the focus on the 4 C's in online learning is not mainly about the content of learning, but rather the process of learning. And thirdly, it is not about the teachers using technical tools and technology in the virtual environment, but it's more about on how to let the students create and construct ideas and projects with the use of technology. It is a must, therefore, for teachers to incorporate the 4 C's in their lessons and other learning activities. The goal of education is to make every student an active participant in a global community. And the world is changing fast. Our students, therefore, need to develop these competencies for them to best work and exist in a rapidly changing global environment. Let's start with the first C, communication. In communication, the teacher builds communication skills of the students in the media-rich world. In this regard, teachers should create an intuitive class structure as we move towards an AI or artificial intelligence-driven environment. What should the teachers do? First, they should present clear information and data in their lessons. Second, they should ensure clear instructions in the virtual platforms. Third, the teacher should communicate their expectations very well to prevent any misunderstanding and delayed student submission of outputs. And fourth, the teacher should use the multimedia authoring tools to engage the students' different intelligences and interests, and to encourage them to create products that show their individuality and unique ideas. You see, when we focus on the 4 C's, we let students solve problems and share solutions by using formats that they see in the world around them. So outputs of students will not only be essays, will not only be reaction papers, but would also include the use of multimedia tools like in digital stories, ebooks, virtual museums, video journals, news broadcasts, interactive games, etc. And what should the students do? What should be the students' attitude towards learning? The students must have a strong focus on the interactive nature of online contents. You see, in online learning, communication is fluid, fast, and very flexible. Secondly, the students should communicate clearly and effectively by using technology. Third, for effective communication, the student must assertively clarify with the teacher when any part of the discussion was unclear or when output instructions have not been made very, very clear. And last but not the least, the student must participate actively in the course, contents, and activities, whether this be in announcements or assignments, discussion boards, chat rooms, and the like. Let us move on to the second C, collaboration. Collaboration aims to mold our learners or students to become better citizens. And what should teachers do in order to enhance collaboration? First, teachers should develop the values of leadership, responsibility, a strong sense of initiative, and cooperation. That is why it's very important that in online learning, there will be group leaders, there will be group work, group outputs to train people to work together, to have the degree of appropriate tolerance for one another. So they learn together and work together, just like as they would in the real world. Secondly, teachers should see their students as partners or collaborators, working together in strengthening education and the needed competencies. That's why constant feedback between teachers and students should be the norm in online learning. The collaboration between teachers and students must be strong, but this time with the use of digital media. Third, teachers should build a strong sense of community by giving class activities that develop collaboration between him or her and his or her students, and of course among the students themselves. That's why in online learning, group work, group discussions, group projects are really necessary to make the learning more effective. On the other hand, our students must also be active learners. First, they must be personable participants, not just a name on the screen. Second, our learners must interact with the other virtual learners. Not only send messages in chats and discussion boards, but interact with them, discuss with them, ask questions, make clarifications, which should be the real collaborative spirit in real life. Thirdly, they should help the other learners with the assigned group work and learn from constructive feedback from others and from the teacher as well. This community spirit would be highly advantageous because it eliminates the feelings of isolation for the students. They feel they are more able to learn because they are a part of the community of virtual learners. And secondly, this would facilitate learning. It increases performance and participation, and therefore contributes a lot for the effectiveness of online learning. Let's move on to the third C, critical thinking. Critical thinking is considered as the main result of focusing on the four C's. The strong focus on critical thinking skills and analysis is done by engaging students in active learning. Critical thinking focuses on the higher order thinking skills. Now, what should the teachers do in order to achieve this? First, the teachers must present lessons that challenge thinking and the students' imagination. No spoon feeding, no memorizing only, because these are not challenging critical thinking skills. Second, the teacher must not be book content dependent, but uses various materials available online to challenge the students' analytical thinking skills. Third, the teacher must manage the online forums and discussions well and allow for debate interactions in group work activities. Fourth, the teacher should let the students explain their choices and decisions and let them share their justifications for this. And fifth, the teacher should be open to feedback. Feedback about the lessons, about the activities, or about the learning materials used. And how about the students? What should the students do to facilitate the development of critical thinking? Number one, the students must be actively engaged. They should analyze information, the integral parts of information, and reconstruct their thinking. Number two, the students must be able to reason out and conclude, either to agree or disagree based on their own analysis of the facts. Number three, the students must be able to solve problems. Number four, our dear students must also be able to apply systems thinking in the analysis of issues and problems. And number five, they should make decisions on issues with impartiality and a total absence of prejudices. Developing critical thinking will develop student skills for decision making in the long term. Why? Because we produce students who are not biased decision makers, but are stalwarts, dynamic analysts of issues. As a result, our students will be self-directed, self-disciplined, self-monitored, and have strong self-corrective thinking. This brings us to the fourth C, creativity. Creativity is the ability to explore and investigate new knowledge and apply this in new or different contexts. What should the teachers do to best develop the competency of creativity among our students? First, Teachers should train students to generate ideas, to help students uncover information, not just cover or provide this for them. That's why there is no room for spoon feeding if we want to develop creativity among our students. Second, teachers should challenge the students to refine and design their own ideas. Third, teachers should ask questions that challenge the creativity and critical thinking skills of our students. It is going beyond the what, when, and where, and focus on the why and the how, and what would you do if you were the one in this situation. And number 4, the teacher should be patient and helpful when the students ask questions or clarifications. When students feel listened to, they will be more creative. They will be more motivated to ask questions, and this would facilitate very good creativity and thinking skills. How about the students? What should the students do to develop creativity? Number 1, the students should be open to new ideas. As we shared before, there are various resources online. The use of the textbook and the workbook would not be enough to develop creativity. Students must be open to new ideas, to gain more information, and in the process, develop their creativity skills. Number 2, related to this, students must have the courage to explore. Third, our students should be able to work creatively with others. Learning is faster. Learning is more effective when we think creatively with others. And last but not the least, but the most important of all, our students must be able to create a product, to create a learning output through the use of digital media. Let me conclude by saying that by developing the 4 C's in the collaborative effort of both teachers and students, we are training our students to be active participants in the global community. We are training students to be good citizens and contributing members of our society. I hope that these inputs clarified our understanding of the 21st century skills of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. And I hope that with this, we will be helping our teachers understand how they can incorporate the 4 C's into their lessons and class activities, and our students to understand what should be the right attitude in order to learn with the 4 C's and be able to learn more and learn the practical ways of becoming a good citizen of our country. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't also forget to click on the bell icon so you will be updated every time we have new videos in our channel. This is Dr. Rudie saying goodbye for now and wishing everyone to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone. God bless us all.